Alright gentlemen, you've all seen the tier lists, the boss rankings, the hour-long essays, and videos with this Queen America model. But time to answer the real question, and find out once and for all, which protagonist gets to the good part of the game first? Demon's Souls, the game where it all began. Everybody knows about the Maiden in Black, and the fact that she has garnered quite the reputation, all because of her feet. A comment on a blog post from 2009 illustrates this perfectly. This is the first I've heard of this game. It seems pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of Legacy of Kain. I don't know whether I should be disturbed by this, but I find her kind of hot. So, how much time does it take to reach her? The answer is too much. Just start a new character, walk forward, and right there you're gonna have this guy. Look at them grippers, man. It's a real shame that most common enemies don't even get mentioned for this sort of stuff. Because oh boy, we have an entire goldmine besides just these characters. Moving on to Dark Souls 1. We all know the most memorable part of this game, that being Priscilla, Guinevere, and Gwendolyn. We're gonna focus on none of that. Why? Because, check this out. So, you get out of your cell, right? Your reward for that isn't freedom, but a nice pair of hollowed feet. Dark Souls 2. By far the most controversial game, and honestly it's easy to see why. Miyazaki was not involved with this game all that much, and as a result, most feet are actually covered. I could absolutely be wrong on this, but if I recall correctly, the only NPC in the game who has bare feet is none other than Rasabeth of Melfia. If you want to get to her, you need a fragrant branch of yore. I had to learn how to do this jump in order to do that effectively, only to remember, actually, just go to the starting area and take a look at this ogre. He's even left you some footprints. What a nice little fella. Now then, it's time for the gem Sony keeps forgetting about, for some reason. It's okay, don't worry, we have Concord. Oh. Well, at least I have this. Anyway, BloodBorne doesn't get enough attention when it comes to the feat. Everybody's like, ooh, the gameplay, ooh, I hate Chalice dungeons, ooh, Lady Maria, please step on me. Listen, BloodBorne succeeds at something that other Souls games don't really do all that well. It's not about Yosefka, it's not about Maria, and it's certainly not about Ariana. And by the way, she's mine, and mine alone. Anyway, what BloodBorne succeeds at is, furry stuff. Look, I did not want to do this, but everyone can join the party. Get off your bed, rush out the door, and there you have it. Werewolf feet. Also, fun fact. There's more content with Vicar Amelia than there is with Lady Maria. I bet your insight went up, huh? Alright then, here comes Dark Souls 3. Normally, when you are speedrunning this game, you want to go for an assassin, but because we don't care about going through the entirety of it, we're gonna pick whatever. After you wake up from your grave, just keep going into the hollow-infested gardens, and that's about it. You have your target, right there, waiting for you. And speaking of gardens, let's go to Sekiro for now. You might think to yourself, huh, but Sekiro isn't a Souls-like. Yes, I know, but let's make an exception today, and let's get to Kuro. Not because we want to save him, but rather because, well... Look, I don't mean any disrespect here. This wasn't my idea, okay? As for Elden Ring, we have a very vibrant cast of characters. Renala, Fia, Selen, Morgoth, Mohg. But let's just settle with the good old grafted Scion. Don't you love it when the first enemy you see is already barefoot? I'm starting to see a pattern here. Oh boy. Anyway, it is time to see the results. On last place, we have Sekiro, with 1 minute and 4 seconds. Following it up, we have Dark Souls 2 with 49 seconds. On the 5th place, we have Dark Souls 2 Part 2 with 44 seconds. And just barely ahead of it, we have BloodBorne with 43 seconds. As for the top 3, Dark Souls 1, 18 seconds, Demon Souls, 13 seconds, and Dark Souls 3 with 10 seconds. Well, gentlemen, I hope that this was enjoyable. I hope you learned something new today, even if it's not all that useful. But thank you very much for having been here, and thank you very much for having watched it. I hope you're gonna have beautiful days ahead of you. I wish you an amazing week, and I will see you again soon. Take care, everybody.
You may rest here too, if you like.